she's gonna give you, or she or he's gonna give you a good grade, bro. W.
No, no,
Okay,
Oh,
so basically the argument is that if we presuppose God, like I don't presuppose it, but I believe it's true. If possible to exist, then God would control the systems of all morality. There can be
what is
different
the problem
moralities
with
in
that?
different worlds. Well, if there's different moralities, there's at least one possible world where evil exists and where everyone is evil and God doesn't
No,
really
that would just
care.
presuppose that like that God will just create that possible world, like it was evil. But we know that like as he stated that like if God creates any possible world that is like evil in nature, then it would just contradict God's nature, which is like all good. But God could just
That's
create a
my whole
possible
point.
world.
That's why I
No,
don't believe possible worlds exist.
yeah, but then like we
Because
can just like now we can just exclude all like evil possible worlds and just like include all the good possible worlds and just like
no,
say that
because
oh these can exist,
yeah.
but these can't exist. Okay, because in
So
nature they just
you
contradicts
believe
God's essence.
so you believe evil is not a possibility. So that means you're affirming a different possible world.
No,
It's not
that's
the
like a
actual
logical
definition.
contradiction for God to for like God to like actually makes it exist. And if you just accept the fact that God is like if you just accept that God is
But if we
necessarily
believe, okay,
all good. No, no,
so
wait, wait. Let me just say something. Okay, let me just say something. It's a metaphysical contradiction, even a logical contradiction. If God creates a possible world that just contradicts His nature, because His nature as a whole is just like all goodness. Because God, everything depends over God. Then God can't just like have this extrinsic property where like look anything.
this doesn't answer my question though. Do you believe evil is a possibility?
I believe evil is a possibility. No,
Why?
because as I stated, like we talked about like look, look. Let me just
Possible
say
is
something.
something that is
No, look.
possible to
If
happen.
God,
That's what you
if
said.
God creates everything, okay, and then we have evil, and then God creates evil, that just contradicts His nature. I would believe that like maybe evil is logically possible to exist, but like within the set of like within how like God creates things, God will never create something that is evil. Okay, so like if God would not really like casually create something that is evil, okay, He will try to avoid that. Or like he will
So
not
if
just
that's
like
the
no, no, wait, wait, no,
if
no, wait, let
that's
me just
the
something. No, no, no. God will not try to actualize something that is evil, but like if it just exists outside, like outside of his like control, or like I don't really think that can happen because God just controls everything. But like let's just presuppose that because like it's like logically possible that something that is evil happens. Okay, that'll just be like not really caused by God. If like we say that like like no, no way, no, no way, no, no way, no, no, no. That can't even happen. I'm retarded as fuck.
so God didn't create possible worlds.
No, what? I'm
That's your
saying that
argument.
no, no way, no, no way, no way, no way.
Yeah.
If God is like the actualizer of everything, okay, he literally,
Okay, wait. Let me. Okay, you should stop talking now because I gave you like 1 minute to talk. It's fair. I
yeah.
should talk
Anyways,
for a
no way,
minute
no,
and then you
let me
talk
just
for a minute.
let me just give you this, okay? If God actualizes everything, then he wouldn't actualize evil because it just goes against his nature, which is just all good. So yeah, do you have any like defeater for that?
Okay, so why would evil exist in the world then? If you believe God didn't create evil, then who created evil? Is the question.
Mm, who created evil?
Do do you do you believe Satan created evil? Do you believe a demon created evil? Do you believe the free will, like God
No,
gave
and
us
why are
the
we
ability to
turning to problem of evil?
create evil?
Although like we're trying to like just discuss if God created all possible worlds, okay? What I'm
No,
trying to
because you're saying that evil isn't possible yet. There's evil in our world,
yeah, but then
so that's
like
kind of like
I don't see how that's relevant to the main topic. Yeah, but like okay, let me just entertain the idea.
relevant.
Yeah, it's irrelevant as fuck, okay? Because like then we like we're trying to like presuppose the existence of God. Or if like we just like say that oh evil exists and then that God is all good, then like we're just gonna be debating over if just even God exists, okay?
No, we're not really debating that God exists. I'm asking
No,
you,
we're
what
like
do you think?
we kind of
I'm
like going
asking,
over that, like
what do you think made evil? Because
I
since
don't
evil
think
exists, we know that it's possible
no.
to exist. You're arguing possible worlds, and if you believe God created possible worlds, but there's somehow the word of possibility. There's a possibility that there's evil around, like
I just told you
the
that like
whole
like I've just
matter
told you that
exists.
evil is impossible.
Yeah, I'm basically telling you that there's literally evil in our world, so it's possible. And if God created an
No, there's
evil
like no
world,
evil in
that means
our
there's
world.
no.
Can you justify that? Can you like
Okay,
give me?
so
Can, no, no, can you
here's
give me
the
like an objective definition of evil? Because I don't think evil exists in the first place. But saying that
okay.
evil
Why
exists
did
is
you
pretty
argue?
redundant, okay? Because like, the fact that like evil as a word, like it doesn't even exist, or like even like as a thing, it doesn't even exist. So yeah,
Can you
I
give
want to
the
see
argument for
justification.
that?
Yeah, give me the argument.
Give, You should give the argument for why evil
No, I
exists.
just
If you're
asked
if
you
you're
like
unaffirming
now.
that,
Wait, your whole argument just
it's
presupposing the existence of
you're
objective
shifting the
morality. I'm
burden.
just asking you now to
You're
justify
shifting the
your
burden.
stance over objective
You're
morality
shifting
right
the
now.
burden. You're shifting the burden. You're
I'm not
basically
shifting the
saying
burden.
evil didn't
I'm literally
exist,
you just like
and then
no, no,
you're
no way. Your
saying
argument
there's
just
evil,
presupposes the
even
existence
though
of objective
saying
morality.
that
I'm asking just for objective morality, bro.
you're not listening. not tracking.
No,
Okay,
no, you're not tracking. You're like the
you have
one
to,
that's not
you have
tracking.
to,
Yeah.
you have to prove that evil. You have to prove that evil doesn't exist because you made
No, that's a negative
affirm that
claim, and
evil.
like I just said that I don't
Mhm.
believe in the existence of evil. I didn't like say, oh, evil
Yeah, I
doesn't
asked you
exist, and
why
like
because you can't. You're
plus like I just
if
told you,
you
no,
make
no,
a
no, no, no. The most important thing,
if you
the
make
most
a
important thing,
belief
no, 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 no,
claim,
no, no,
right,
no, no, wait,
you
wait.
can't
The
prove
most
that it's
important thing that I'm
false.
just gonna tell you is that I just asked you, I just asked you, can you prove the existence of evil? Because like your argument presupposes the existence of actual, universal entity of evil.
We were just talking about the idea of that if God created evil, it would be contradictory to His essence. Do you believe murder is evil? Do you believe
Not
can rape is evil?
objectively.
You just no now. Okay, so you're backtracking from before because you
No,
were
I
just
said
arguing that
that like not
murder and
objectively.
other stuff were evil.
Not
What?
necessarily. I just said that it's not objectively. Like it could be evil within the subjective sense, but like it's not objectively the case. Well,
Subjective. Okay, so you're basically arguing that evil is subjective, right?
yeah,
Okay, what do you believe good is then as well subjective?
subjective too. Like I don't really see both are like kind of like
Okay,
this the same coin,
so do you believe God has morality? Yes or no?
Mm, I don't think objective morality exists as a whole. So like I don't think that God gonna have any morality.
So you believe that So you believe that God doesn't have an objective mind; He has a subjective mind to reality.
No, how does that? First, I just said that like morality is subjective, so it's not even mind independent. It's not even. It's not reflected upon reality. So like saying that, oh, do you think that God has like subjective view over reality or like subjective reflection to reality? Doesn't follow. Retard. No, I'm just joking. Anyways, it doesn't follow. Just
Okay, so you
is that
said that
handle?
morality is so you said
Yeah.
that morality is subjective, and I said that does God have a subjective or objective morality? You said subjective, and I asked you, do you think God has a view of the world that's subjective? You said yes.
First, I told you that like morality doesn't reflect the reality. So like you start and say like, oh, but like reality in itself is like you kind of presupposing that the fact that like
All right,
morality is just
what do you
a
believe
reflection of
morality is?
reality.
What do you,
What did I
what do
just
you
tell you?
believe
I told you that it's
morality is?
subjective. It's not even in the reality. Okay, if you say like morality is an actual being, that'll just mean that it's mind independent. Okay, which is like not what I'm affirming.
Wait, okay, so you're arguing. So what's the evidence for morality not having any objective stance? Because
That's
you
not
made a
my
claim that
no
it,
no 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 wait. That's not my fucking burden, bro. That's not my burden. So
it
like
is because
no.
you're
So like no no
basically
no no. So
affirming
you
that
want me to
morality
like
is
show you the
subjective. I
whole
asked you,
evidence? No 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 wait. So you want me to show you like the whole evidence, like the whole internet and like everywhere to like to justify how like morality
not
doesn't
everywhere.
exist? No, I don't think I
Some
can
form of
prove that.
evidence. You
It's
don't
like
have
you're
to show
literally
the whole
now
thing.
it's literally your burden. It's literally your burden to actually show me justification or even like as I told you like 100 trillion times. Okay, just give me the justification for why morality is an objective entity. Fucking retard, yo. Moonless,
So,
you're gonna
so
get fucking muted, bro.
okay, wait. All right.
And just mute the soundboard, bro. Anyways, it's not my
So
burden
you said
to.
before. You said okay. Listen.
Yeah.
You said God's morality is subjective, but then you talked about how his nature, his essence, right? If he made evil, it would be contradictory to his essence. So does that conflate with morality, or do yo, why are you leaking me? Get out of here, bro! Don't leak me. Get out
What?
of here. Moonless, stop,
What did you just
bro.
say?
Don't make me unfriend you. Moonless leaked me. Anyway, stop. Okay, so your point. Okay, Moonless, please, bro. All right.
Okay.
So basically, you said that morality is subjective, right? And you
Okay.
told me that God's essence will be contradicted if he made evil. However, if you're saying God has a subjective morality,
Okay, then I
then
will
it
just
is
no. Let me
possible.
just say something. I'm just no. I'm just
It is
gonna backtrack
possible
from
that
that. Then
God
I'm just
could
gonna
create
say like
evil
this is like a new
by your
position for me.
argument because it's subjective.
Yeah, I just
So
backtracked from
what?
that. So
Okay,
yeah, I've just backtracked. Yeah.
you just backtrack.
Yeah, I just
What?
backtracked. Yeah, I
Okay,
backtracked from that like
what's your
argument, and then like I have this new argument that God that there's like exists no morality, so like it doesn't really matter that like God creates evil or good. Okay, it doesn't because it's not like an actual entity. I don't believe it's an actual entity, like an actual
okay? Why did
property.
you backtrack? Why
Because
did you
I
backtrack?
can. Like, why not? Like, I can do that.
Because backtracking is an auto concession in most debates. So if we added
Yeah, I don't
rules,
really
we
care.
would
There's like
also
no
would
actual
make
rules. I just propose the fact that like if backtracking is like plus like it's not like within this debate. There's like no actual rule that justify that like whole idea.
okay. So what's your new argument? I guess.
We're already talking about it. Like, what are you even doing? I just told you that like God doesn't have any morality, doesn't have any like there's like exists no actual morality. Like
A slave
uh,
meat or something.
there's like exists no actual morality. So yeah, that's about it. And God doesn't really have any like doesn't have any moral what is it called, moral compass. Doesn't really have any attribute of morality. So I don't think it matters if He creates good or evil, or like whatever we subjectively view as good or evil. So it doesn't really matter.
So, what evidence would support this type of God, but not other gods? You're affirming one possibility of a God, but there's other possibilities of what God could have done. So, I would say that there's other moralities for God if you're arguing that morality is
Yeah, but then
subjective,
like that would just
as we
presuppose
said
that
before.
the existence of objective morality. Yeah, guys, this guy's blundering so bad. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know why you're like trying to say like, oh, actually, there's like multiple types of God, or like with like objective morality or subjective, or like I don't know,
No, I said
relative
subjective,
to.
not objective morality. If there, no, what I said that
Yeah.
if there's okay, let's say a God, like
Yeah,
number a God, right?
yeah,
His morality that all good should be demolished and all
yeah, but
evil
that
should
just presupposes
exist.
the
But
existence is
number
actually good, yo. Which is like what is like even being
what?
talked about. There's like
No,
no
I'm
actual good.
basically
That's like
arguing.
I'm saying. No, no, no,
Okay,
no, no. There's like I know actually good. So yeah, can you go ahead and prove
all right.
objective morality?
We should talk with the same amount of words, right? As in, like you should talk like for 30 seconds. I should talk for 30 seconds, and we go back and forward with that. Is that fair?
That
I don't
is
want to
fair, but
interrupt you.
like I'm interrupting you because you're kind of doing some dumb points, okay? And I like
But I
some
want you.
dumb.
Okay. Do you? So you said before that morality is subjective, right?
Yeah, I said morality is subjective.
Okay. So if you believe morality is subjective, then is there a possibility that okay? So you said there's one possibility of God having no morality. He doesn't care about good and evil. But there's other possibilities of God being fully evil and fully good from your argument. I'm not arguing for mine. I'm
No,
yours.
because like when you go to like actual when you go with like the argue like how to argue for God and like theology, you have that like multiple positions for God, but like then like the most prominent one is like classical theism, or like even God being an all great entity. So yeah, there's
Who
gonna
said it
be
was? Who said it was the most prominent? Is what you said. Who said that? Who said that?
Aquinas, Augustine, multiple other philosophers like Ed Fezer. Um, I can
Do you
go on
believe
like
they have?
Avecna, like even
Okay.
an Arabic fucking philosopher said that. Um, uh, what
So
more?
we can apply two things with this. One, appeal to popularity, and two, what
I'm
else
not
does
appealing to
everyone think?
popularity
No.
because like appealing to popularity is just like appealing to the fact that like multiple people just view this as like the case. It's like saying that because multiple scientists just said that like oh the
That's
Big Bang.
basically what
No
you're
no no
doing.
no 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 no
Are
no
you
no no no
sure?
no no no. No, first look, appeal to probability is just like appealing to the fact that like something is
Well,
popular. So like we just say that it's the case. That's like not like how the fallacies function within this context. Okay, you just told me like
So you don't believe it's the most popular? You said it was the most prominent one. Is it not the most popular? What's the most
E-
popular
no,
ones?
no, no, no. I never said that. I said that like I said there's a difference between appealing to the like
Well, do you
something
believe
being the most
Aquinas
popular.
and
No, no,
everyone
no,
else?
no, 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 no. Look, let me talk. Let
Do
me
you
talk.
believe do you believe Aquinas and all the other guys that you mentioned are popular? Or they're appeal to
That's not like
they,
relevant to the topic. That's not relevant to the topic. I just like
it shows
no,
that
no,
they're
no,
popular
no.
among
Because you're
people
applying
that
the
follow
no, no. I
Aquinas
can give
and
you the
all these
fallacy.
guys.
I can give you the
They
fallacy right now. No, no,
disrespect
no, no, no.
them.
Wait. Let me just show you the fallacy, retard. Because you're fucking
Okay.
utilizing it wrong. Wait, let me show you. Fucking retard. Anyways,
So if okay, so if popular person, let's say Handel has
no,
one
no, no,
billion
no, no. Let
subscribers,
me just show you. Let me just show you
and
the fallacy.
he tells everyone that morality is objective, and then everyone follows him,
No, no,
and
no,
then
no,
when this guy, and then you
no.
ask this guy who's a fan of Handel, and then you ask him,
No, 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 no.
you ask him,
Anyways,
do you believe morality is
so like,
objective?
look, appeal probability
And
is
then
also
he
known as
says,
bandwagon. Holds an opinion to be valid because large number of people support it. I'm not doing that because I'm holding the opinion of multiple people who actually like read about the topic. It's like saying that like, oh, like let's imagine because like this opinion is like. I think like when most people just say, "Oh, this opinion of like scientists is right," because of the fact that like multiple scientists follow it. I just told you like it's like the most prominent position because like that's like what most people follow for like let's imagine Christian God or like classical theism. Okay, that's like literally what it is. I don't know why I'm.
okay, Freddie. Okay. Um,
Anyways, I'm not saying that like it's
do you
true
believe
because like, no, 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 wait, I'm not saying that it's true. No, wait, I'm not saying that it's true because most people follow it. I don't know where you got that. I'm just saying that like, it's a position that most people follow.
yeah,
Anyways,
okay. My question.
anyways,
My question. Do you believe humans have access to divine knowledge, or do you believe that humans have limited knowledge? Which one? Limited
Why
or
is that
divine?
relevant? Why is
Divine
that
knowledge.
relevant? That's like literally irrelevant.
Because okay, so basically, what I'm arguing is that you said that these guys believe it, or it's true. I asked you,
I never
do they
said
have
that.
access to
I
divine
never said
knowledge
that. I never said that.
where they know God?
Yo, handle. You
See?
heard what I said, right? I said basically that like these people believe in it. Like, listen, when scientists come and make an opinion, okay, or like not even an opinion, and like make a
A
position, and
hypothesis.
they and yeah, hypothesis with like multiple evidences, okay, we just follow it because there's like multiple scholar, like I mean, like scientists. Following it, okay. I'm not saying that it's like objectively true, but like
Okay,
I
can
even
you show
told you,
me
no, no, no,
one?
wait, no, no,
Show
no,
me
no, wait.
one.
Let me
Show me
talk.
one.
Another thing, another thing.
Show me
I
one.
just no, wait, I just said that like it's a position that a lot of prominent philosophers follow. I didn't say that it's like it's a true position, okay? Because we could talk about what type of God that we're like talking about. I never said that it's the truth position. Like even if we like view the record, okay? It's not. I never said anything like that, which is kind of funny because you're trying to like say that I said something like that when I never said that it's true because of popularity. I said that like it's like it's like followed by many prominent philosophers, so it's like kind of worth considering. I never said that it's true, yo.
Okay, so basically, I was asking you, do you believe these humans have divine knowledge to
That's
know what
irrelevant.
God
That's
is?
totally
What
irrelevant.
evidence do they have? What evidence
Totally
do they have
irrelevant.
for God? For God.
Totally
Okay, so I'm
irrelevant.
asking you, what evidence do they have for God?
Totally irrelevant.
Wait, so
And
you're
let's go back to the
arguing.
topic, the main topic.
Wait, you're arguing inductive reasoning, which
It's not
is
inductive reasoning, it's abductive reasoning because I'm trying to get to the most probable case, but like whatever.
whatever. We can use that. We can use that. My bad. Thank you for the blunder or whatever I did. We can use that, and then it's not
That's
really that.
irrelevant. I'm just gonna
Like,
say that's
what
look
evidence? Okay,
That's totally irrelevant because I'm just telling you to like actually let's go back to the topic, the main topic, because I'm getting morality, I don't get to morality. So yeah, can we just get back to that because I'm kind of interested more in that because that's like the main fucking topic, and this like topic is just like a sub point that is like literally irrelevant.
anyways, can we just like go back to the main topic?
so what proof do you have for these scholars to use those things? What proof
I
do they
just told you
have?
that like it's
Because you're
irrelevant,
arguing
totally
differently.
irrelevant. I never argued that that's true. I just
So
argued
we
that like
can
there's like
apply
multiple philosophers that view that had that view. Okay, I never said that like
yeah.
it's true because of them. Like plus he said like oh prominent philosopher who like had that who held that view. I told you
Because
like
you're
there's like
arguing
multiple
my view.
philosophers that held it.
If you're
I'm not
arguing
saying that it's true
my
because
view,
multiple philosophers viewed it. Okay, like had like this view. Fucking retard. Anyways, can you actually go back
Yeah,
to
he's
the
just
fucking
using it as
topic?
motivation, but
okay,
anyways.
so you basically use that
Yeah,
to justify
yeah.
why
Anyways, can we just go back to the fucking topic and stop starting with like this fucking
there's room to you
tier
because other views
69
can be
fucking rhetoric,
shown
yo?
to you because other proofs to this. I asked you, is there divine knowledge? They have knowledge of wait,
Yeah,
wait.
sure.
What is
The
going
reason why
on?
you're not answering this
Because this
question
nigga's a
is
retard.
because
He's literally doing something like he's literally derailing from the fucking topic. Okay, he's like literally going on another topic, which I literally don't give a fuck. He's trying to talk about like consensus. Okay, as like multiple scholars held that view. I told him like sure, okay, multiple scholars held that view, but I don't think that's like relevant. Okay, I'm just saying that like he said like oh what type of like because he, your handle. He said that I didn't know who held that view. Okay, who held the fucking classical theist view. He thinks that I don't really know who held it. There's like
Bro.
multiple philosophers that I know that held it. Okay, fucking
Yeah.
Dr. Feather,
yeah, I want you to show me
Edward
one
Feather.
and their evidence for this
I don't really care
opposition.
about that, retard. I'm saying that that's a derailing from the main topic. We're talking about objective
Why are you
morality and
arguing
God,
that
yo.
stance? Because I told you to prove that stance. You said that there's a lot of what the fuck? There's a lot of scholars proving that or
No,
proving for that.
I never said that. I said that like God is like the
So
greatest
what's
being
your
possible. No,
evidence?
no, no. I said that God is the greatest being possible, conceivable. Or like, and then I said that like um, and then I said that like
Okay.
God is like fully actualized, so he's not really gonna
Okay,
have any
so if that's the case,
accidentals.
then why do you believe God has no morality? Because that doesn't prove anything. That just proves that God's like just and all that or whatever. You believe
No,
in like
no, no, no,
natural
no, no.
or whatever.
God wouldn't have any normative property, yo. Or like not normative property. I mean, like in the ethical sense, in the relevant sense, I guess.
And
The ethical sense.
why is there views of God that has morality then? Because there's other views. This is
Why would I
just your
care
one
about
view. I'm
that?
asking
I
you.
have my own
I'm
view.
asking
Okay,
you.
why would I care about
There's
that?
other possibilities. There's other possibilities of other views. Like you can view this view because you already backtracked before in another argument. You
Yeah,
backtracked
and I initially
in another
backtracked, but I never backtracked right now, lol.
for another point.
So yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you
So
can do that. You can
yeah,
backtrack and
yeah.
get to
I can
another stance
backtrack, but
where
like
you
right now, I
state
want to know.
what
I don't know what are you backtracking
and
on,
then
yo?
align to what you believe. Because I argued, does any of these guys have divine knowledge, or do they have limited knowledge? You didn't answer
That's
that.
literally irrelevant. That's literally irrelevant. That's literally irrelevant.
It isn't. because
It
everyone
is.
else they would know
I
God.
told you that like it's
And then
just derailing from the topic. I just told you it's
he
derailing from the
believes
topic.
that
It's going from one topic to the other
God,
topic. I just
right?
told you it's like
Right.
totally
Well,
irrelevant. I
no,
just told you that it's totally
no,
irrelevant. You know why it's totally irrelevant? You want me to like spell it out for you? Because it doesn't even
okay.
pertain to the no, because it doesn't even pertain to the main topic. Okay, it doesn't even pertain to the main topic. I just told you like, oh, there's like multiple philosophers that hold that view. I don't think that it matters if they hold it. That doesn't mean that it's objective or true. I'm just saying that there's like multiple philosophers that hold this to be true. Okay, and it's like a known
What's
view.
your actual evidence? What's your actual evidence then?
Because God is a
Because
necessary being. If you like actually argue that God is a necessary being, then he wouldn't be dependent over anything to actually exist because he's a necessary being. Like like how necessity functions, right?
okay, wait. Okay, wait. Let me check. Let me research something real quick.
Yeah, necessity is like the whole like state of like not existing or like not depending over anything. Okay, based on how it's defined. Contingency is like depending over something, but God doesn't depend over anything because then that would just presuppose a causal relationship
Okay.
with another being or like
So
another
I just did
prior.
one Google search. All right, okay, I did one Google search. So basically, you affirm Aquinas as the argument for like why he believes God
I never
as
affirmed it.
the
I never
master.
affirmed it.
Okay,
Yeah, W
wait.
fucking presupposition and W fucking derailing from the
Wait.
topic.
You're not
Anyways,
just bro. Why you? I'll let you
No, no,
finish.
no, no, no,
Okay,
no,
I'll
no,
let
no.
you.
I don't want. I want to
Hold
finish. I want to go
on.
on like on the main topic. Okay, and then I'll let you talk.
Wait. Okay, bro, judges, bro. Tell this guy to stop, bro. He talked more than you today.
Yeah, I talk more than
So
you
he
because you're a
believes that
retard.
he believes.
He
Okay,
believe.
okay. He
Yeah,
believes
sure.
that
Anyways, can we
he
actually go
used
back
that
to the main
stance.
topic, to the relevant topic?
He used that stance.
No,
All
no,
right,
no,
wait,
no.
wait, wait.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
He used.
Anyways, can we go to the main
All
topic?
right, he used.
Hey,
Okay, wait, wait. He used that stance,
wait,
and he
wait,
believes in the
wait.
Trinity. All right.
Yeah, this guy's a
So let me
retard. Yeah,
explain.
Nigga
can we
Rook
go
is
back?
mad.
Let me
Whatever.
explain this.
Anyways, I will never do
Okay,
this with like superiority because superiority is at the very
no,
least like actually
no,
competent. This guy's a fucking retard.
but
Anyways, can we go
okay,
back to the fucking main
okay.
topic, to the
Listen,
relevant topic?
listen. I'm gonna give the argument in chat. I'm gonna give the argument in chat.
No, I don't really care about that. What is even the argument about? No, no, wait. What is the argument even about?
Just wait.
What is the argument even about? Yeah.
You won't let me talk, so
Yeah. So ChatGPT gotta come and clutch you.
So what's the point again that you guys are arguing on? Yeah, Rook, what's the point you guys are arguing on?
Okay, look, I'm just telling this guy to like. Okay, so first I said that there exists like no morality. Okay, so I don't think we can
all
apply
right, go.
moral
Here,
views and moral things to like or like moral
This is the
proposition
argument.
or like
This is
bad
the
and good to
argument.
God. Okay, I told him that, and then
Retard,
like
retard,
I just told him that like
retard.
God
This is
is
the
all
argument,
like all strong and like
bro.
all whatever.
Oh my
And then I just
god,
told him
bro.
that there's like
He's
multiple,
just yapping, bro.
there's like multiple
He's
prominent
not, bro.
philosophers that
God
had this
knows,
view, and
bro.
then he said, okay,
You
can you just fight?
summing up the debate, nigga.
Read
Yeah.
the
Anyways.
argument. Read the
Yeah, the
argument.
tier one argument, you affirmed acquaintance to believe in that. Yeah, the acquaintance from Jesus basically. Okay, I don't really care. Maybe I'm Christian right now. Okay, maybe like I'm gonna be Christian right now. I'm gonna be like Jesus. Yeah, Jesus is my Lord. Anyways, I don't really care about
Yeah, but
that.
there's other things that people believed in as well as that
Why
he
would that
believed in
matter?
before
I just told you that like I'm not
he
even holding
believed
to
one
Aquinas. No,
thing.
no, I'm not even holding to Aquinas' religion, retard. I'm holding to the fucking fact how he viewed God, dumbass. I hold to the fact that how he viewed God with like his five fucking
Wait,
ways,
but
retard. I held to the fucking how he like his third way. Okay, I held to like his fucking first way. You fucking retard, bitch ass nigga, fucking dumbass, fucking wasting my time. This guy's a fucking tier 9 retard. No, no. Okay, anyways.
fucking tell him to stop.
Yeah,
Basically,
I'm just
tell him to
pissed off. Yeah, this guy thinks that he's on my level. Yeah, this guy's not close.
no, because I can't even talk. Look. Alright. So
Yeah, I'm getting thirsty to be honest.
okay, so you're
Anyways,
talking a lot and you're losing air because of it.
oh yeah, maybe.
Alright.
Okay, finally. Narzugon Redick is kind of crazy. Yeah.
Understanding God had his own rules. He believed that people was wrong.
Yeah,
He believed
what's
that helping people was right. He had morals.
hey,
He had
hey,
morals.
he had
We see that he believed in this as
what?
well as Christianity.
He
So I
had
want you
what?
to prove that.
He had what?
So I want you.
What?
Give me. So give me a stance and
So give me
show me where it's
so okay, so I'll give you what? Wait. Can you go back? Can you like backtrack? Oh, he's backtracking. He's backtracking, guys. He's backtracking. He's like fucking low-tier. Blunder.
Nigga's a troll, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what do you want me to prove, real quick?
All right. Look. So I'm basically saying, will you let me speak? All right. So I'm basically saying that what is the evidence for your stance to have though like no morality? What was like the show me the thing you're talking about, and show me where it says that God has no morality. I don't want you to give me just some claims. I want to see the thing
First, I
itself.
just told you that like morality doesn't exist, so I don't think morality can be attributed to like anything or can be predicated over anything. Like I can say, you can't
That's a
say that
claim,
X.
though. I'm not
No way.
arguing. You're arguing over
I'm
God.
just
You can't
justifying my
claim
claim, bro.
God.
I'm literally just like telling you. I'm just asking. I'm just
Yeah, you
justifying
told me that
how.
God.
No, 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 no. I'm just justifying
Told
how
me
the
that God
claim.
has no
No, no, no,
morality.
retard. I'm just
Told me
justifying how the
God has no
how the
morality.
fucking
So
position,
I
just
asked
like how the
you.
just how the fucking
You
position,
told me
how the fucking position is attributed to God and how it's predicated. Like let's imagine when I say X is good or bad. Okay, that's like how we predicate morality over like such beings. You know. Anyways, when I say that God cannot, when we say that God morality doesn't exist, and we cannot like, attribute it to like anything, literally. We can't just say that this thing is like good or bad unless in a subjective, relative, like I guess sense, not an
Yeah, I
objective,
know,
absolute
but
in
I want
sense.
you to prove
Anyways,
that you're
okay, so
objective.
I'm just gonna use the
Prove
as
that.
an out bridge. Okay, what is the case cannot justify what ought to be the
You're
case.
not
Okay, like
you're
let's
not
imagine when it.
justifying any of what you said. You're just making claims. I asked you to give me
That's not a
facts.
claim. That's like literally an
You
argument,
made
anyways. Do you want me to let me? Do you want me to finish? Do you want me to
you
finish,
said that.
retard? That's like an argument,
The thing
retard. That's not
is
even a
that what you
fucking claim,
said
dumbass
is
bitch ass
you're
nigga.
not doing
Anyways, so
any
like, look,
cases.
there is an odd argument. There's just an argument that state that what is the case? Like, what is like? Let's imagine me saying that killing is wrong doesn't necessarily entail killing is wrong because of the fact that like it causes harm. Okay, doesn't necessarily bridge to the fact that like we ought not to harm. Okay, there's like no actual justification between the two. There's no actual justification for the bridge. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask you this: can you justify the bridge between what is the case to the what ought to be the case? Can you justify that?
Why? Because I gave you so many
Because you
reasons for you to
fucking
prove it. You
retard,
didn't
the
prove it.
whole argument is point to actually just point out the fact
No,
that you
because
can't bridge out what is the case to what ought the case, what ought to
I'm
be the
asking you to
case,
prove your stance.
retard. So when I tell you
But
this,
you
okay,
don't
what
even
it
let me
means, no,
talk.
no, look,
You
what
don't
it
even let me
means,
talk.
what it means, look, what it means is that what is the case, killing is wrong, cannot be bridged to killing we ought not to kill because there's like no actual bridge, okay? We can't bridge it, okay? If there's like no actual justification for why killing is wrong, and like we can't just bridge it to the fact that like killing is like we ought not to kill, okay? So I'm asking you because this is like a subjective argument, a subjective argument for morality. I'm just asking you to prove it to be like objective, so you need to bridge it, okay? That's like the whole argument, which has like a conclusion, okay? And then like for you to like actually disprove my argument, you have to like show me the bridging, okay? You have to bridge what is the case to like what ought to be the case, retard. You understand that?
What do you okay? What do you believe objective is? What do you believe objective is?
Um, I guess like mind independent entities.
Mind independent entities. Can you explain one?
You, me, the universe, my dick, fucking, a woman, pussy, like nigga, anything literally that exists independently of the mind. Yeah, yeah. You're just like asking me to define things and like you're saying, oh, how does that relate?
No, because I want to know what you believe in your stance.
Yeah,
Okay,
I gotta say it like it
do
means
you believe that?
reality dependent, yo. Tough fuck shit,
Okay,
yo.
so you believe. Okay, so you believe I have an objective existence. You said that, right?
Yeah, basically.
All right. So you said possible worlds exist, right? You said that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see.
Okay.
I don't see how that's
So
relevant.
is it possible? Is it possible for there being a world where there's objective morality? Because you said there's just objective.
Um,
You said my reality. You said my existence objective. So there has to be a possibility where morality is shown objective, or at least argued. Because you were arguing over some of the other stuff
so
about
like
like
first I'm
you
just
gave
gonna
some
say that the
scholars.
fact that it's
You said
possible, okay, now wait, let me just say something. The fact that it's possible doesn't mean that it's actualized, okay? That's like a pretty big presupposition. I don't think because of the fact that like it's possible, that just means that it actually exists, okay? So even if it's like possible for like let's imagine objective morality to exist, the problem here, okay, is that like that would just mean that it was created, okay? For something to be like that's like two I think two objections, okay? Morality was created, okay? So like let's imagine if it was created, then it would just be dependent over someone's mind. Like let's imagine God, okay? Although it's like objective, but it's not like universal, you know. Um,
wait, but God can make universal stuff. He made reality
no, no,
universal. You
no.
said I was
That's
you
not
said
what it
you
means,
were
okay?
universal.
That's not what it means. Look, like universal
Morality
within
universal.
this context, like
Yeah.
within like predicated logic, you know, where we just say for all x, entail like whatever, okay, like within like the formal limitations. Anyways,
Okay, give an example for that then.
so
Give an
like let's
example of
imagine
how
for
that
all
can
killing it's wrong, okay, like this. So like we're like that's like
okay.
a universalization, you know.
Sure.
So I'm
Okay.
just saying that like if it is if morality was created, then like it would just depend over like a like another being. So it'll just be
So you believe
mind
morality
dependent
exists
in a
in one
way,
possible world. So you believe morality exists in one possible world,
huh?
another possible world. So you believe that morality could exist in another possible world, right? That's what you're basically saying, because it's possible, right?
I said that
So
it possibly, but that doesn't mean that it actually exists.
so if it's possible, who created that possibility then? Because you said it can
That
be
just presupposes
because
that it
you
exists in the first place, yo. Can you believe to track that shit?
you said God can create universal like stuff, and
No,
you said
universal
that
in the context of like it existing within all state of affairs, like no matter what. It's like saying, like let's imagine okay, look, I don't think
so
most
you believe
niggas
God
hold.
created one morality in one universe, but didn't create any morality in the other universes.
Yeah,
That's
but that
kind
just
of a
presupposes
problem.
not that just presupposes that like morality exists in the first place. Fucking dumbass. What the fuck are you even talking about? I just said like I don't believe in
Okay, you
morality
agreed that
existing.
it was possible.
It is
Okay, so
possible
that
to
would
exist, but like that doesn't mean that it actually exists.
presuppose one possible world. It's not that I'm
That doesn't mean that
presupposing
like
it's
the
possible in
morality
another
exists in the other
possible
possible
world.
world. Okay,
I'm
that just
asking,
presupposes that it exists, yo.
how does that presuppose it? How, and I'm not even
Because you're saying
presupposing
like
it.
it's possible. I said sure it's possible. That doesn't mean that it actually exists. It just
So,
it just
so
presupposes that it actually exists.
you're basically claiming that your position is possible, right? The position you made of like God
No.
having all this. You believe that's possible, or do you believe that's objective?
If you can prove the existence of God, then it's subjective.
Okay, so you believe there's an objective fact in this world, so there has to be something
Uh,
else. So
how does that even
okay,
relate? Okay, I don't think that's relevant.
okay. So basically, you said you believe possible worlds
That's
exist,
five.
and then we went over morality. You believe morality doesn't exist, but there's at least one type of morality that exists in all
I never
possible
said that. I
affairs. But
said
you
that like
believe
it could exist, but that doesn't mean that it actually exists. And plus, like even if it existed, that just mean, oh, like no. Even if it existed, how would you know that? Okay, how would you like bridge the epistemic, grounds or whatever? Plus, even then, I just presented to you with like another problem.
we
Okay.
can we can apply possible worlds because that's
Yeah, but
basically
that just
Yeah.
presupposes that
we
it
don't
exists in
need
the
that.
first place, yo.
We
Like, can
don't
you even
need that.
track that? It just presupposes that it exists.
We don't need
One
to
thing,
exist in
another thing,
part.
another thing,
We
another
don't
thing,
need
another thing, another thing, another thing. That would just mean that like God created morality in the way that He wants. So like, it could just be because we know that like God is amoral. Okay, that just means
God
that
have
like no
morality.
morality just applies to Him because He's just objectively outside of morality. That just means that He could create
Okay,
morality in
but
the way
why
He
would
wants. Okay, would just mean that like He could just like say that oh, killing is right. Okay, within like I don't know that possible world. Okay, but that doesn't mean that like it's actually the case. Okay, because that would just mean that it was made by another agent. Okay, so I don't really see how
I don't
that.
understand. Okay, okay. So
I'm
you
saying that if it
base
was the case, yo, if it was the case, please track that, yo.
do you believe good and evil could exist in a possible world, like an actual essence of good and evil? Because you said it
Um,
doesn't exist in this world, but it's possible, right?
I said that it doesn't exist, but like it's possibly existing in other possible worlds. But like I don't know, I don't see
Okay,
how we can
so we
justify
can
that.
affirm. We can affirm a world with good and evil, with morality. We can affirm that. So then, okay, wait. Let me try explaining my
Then,
logic.
yeah, then like I can just say like it being possible doesn't necessarily entail that it's actually the case, yeah.
Do you believe God? Okay, I'll just ask you one more question, and then I'll try to like find a conclusion because I think we're going somewhere now. Do you
We're
believe
not
God
going
created
somewhere
heaven and
because you're
hell?
kind of like going nowhere, yo. Is that tough?
Okay.
Do you believe? Do
Oh
you
no no
do
no.
you believe? Okay. Do you believe
Mhm.
heaven and hell exists? Right? Do you believe
That's
that?
totally irrelevant.
I just want that question, and then I'll
Totally
go on.
irrelevant. Totally irrelevant.
Just answer the question because I
I'm
answered
not gonna
already the
answer
question.
because it's totally irrelevant to the topic. So yeah, can we just like do something that's relevant to the topic?
Okay. So if you believe, so you believe heaven and hell can be possible, right?
Irrelevant.
So if there's a possibility of something, and we argue possible worlds, and there's a possibility for people going to heaven and hell, which means that
By
there's
the way, I
infinite
never affirmed
possible
that all
worlds.
possible worlds exist. I just like I never give you any position to be honest. Plus, like the
We gave
whole
this position at possible worlds. We're using the normal position.
I never gave you the fact that like possible worlds exist. I just like disagree with the fact that like
Stop doubting, bro. Just
no, no,
believe.
deadass.
Just
I
believe.
never. Now in my position wasn't that like my position could just like be like or like not even my position. I could just be arguing against your
You believe
argument.
God created possible worlds. You believe that. So basically,
No, look,
God
look. One
created
thing is that
morality.
even if I agree with that, I don't think that would just mean that like God created all. Like I know, I mean like that doesn't mean that like all possible worlds just like how do I just say this? Like it doesn't really mean that like all possible worlds exist. Okay, maybe some of them exist. Like I don't really think that like me just agreeing with some possible worlds just mean that I agree with all of them. I don't really see how that's the case because I don't really know which possible worlds exist, which
Do
doesn't
you
exist.
wanna?
I'm just
Okay.
saying
Do you wanna
some
go?
exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where we can go with this, but just wait. Let me think. Just wait. Wait.
All right, so like, are you guys just gonna keep on being retards
No,
or?
we're gonna go over something. But if I have nothing else to say, then I think we can go over what Rook wanted to say before,
I don't have
or
anything to
whatever.
say to be honest, because like if you don't have anything to say, then like I think I already provided the argument for why morality isn't bridged, like bridged. I already like said that like
Wait, do you
even
wanna
if
like read? Do you wanna like go over why you believe morality is subjective again, and then we can like go
okay,
through that.
sure. I just said that like what is actually the case can't be justified. Like we can't really bridge what is actually the case to like what we ought to do. Okay, that'll require some external justification, which I don't think how we know how to actually attain. Where the hand I go, bro?
So we
Like
know
what?
the existence of Okay. So I'll just affirm why I believe the Christianity God exists, which can prove morality is objective off of that. So basically, we know that Jesus was born, right, and then the star and everything, and then when Jesus had his disciples kept track of what he did, and he showed things that are beyond like human comprehension. He showed things that not any human can do, and he affirmed himself to be God. He affirmed himself that God cares about the earth. He cares about. He made us in his image, right, and all that. So I think by the conclusion, since they died to tell that message, as well as Jesus, who was meant to be the messenger, he died for that. So I guess that would prove that Jesus exists. Do you agree with that?
Why is that relevant?
Because if Jesus exists, then God exists, and God showed himself to have this humbleness where he cares about the world, and he gave his own morality by the Ten Commandments, by Jesus' teachings of like not killing, like, that stuff. So he showed an
Yeah, but that
objective
just presupposes
morality.
that like that just presupposes that Christianity as a whole is true, or like that whatever Jesus said is
I
true,
gave the
or like
argument.
that like
I gave
there's like a lot of things that you can just go off from that. I don't really care about it, and I don't really see how you're like bridging between because then that'll still be just commandments, okay? I don't really see how would that bridge between morality, bro.
because it's from God, and that God gave his own morality. You said that God has no morality, but I showed you with Christianity that he cares about us and that he gave his own morality.
No, he didn't give us his own morality. He just gave us a morality. That doesn't mean that he gave us the morality, like
No,
an actual
because
existential
then why
being.
would he? Okay, then why would he flood the earth? Because there's evidence for like there's a lot of scholars and whatever that believe that God exists. We go over that. We can go over that,
I don't really see
and
how
we
that's
know that
relevant
God
to the
exists.
topic, bro. Like, I'm not even a Christian, okay? I don't really see how that's relevant to the topic, bro.
I know, but I'm just affirming Christianity's existence to affirm
I
that
don't really
morality
believe in it,
exists.
okay? I just presuppose that, like, God gave his commandments to, like, Jesus. Maybe Jesus was a delusional. Maybe
I gave
Jesus
the
was
argument.
delusional and we're just, like, creating stuff from out of nowhere, okay?
So why in Christianity would God be upset about the humans doing this? That
Yeah,
means
it's
he has
still,
such.
standing still. That wouldn't really matter. Because I don't even
It
affirm Christianity in
should.
the first place, yeah. I just told you that. Like, can
Okay,
you
but
please track that?
I
You never
proved that
proved it.
Christianity exists. But it
You can
doesn't
prove the
that
existence of Jesus. That doesn't mean that Christianity is true, yo. As Muslims
but
believe that
that's
Jesus exists, that Jesus existed, but like they don't believe that he's God, yeah.
no, that's different though, because that's someone else. That's not the ones at the time. That's Muhammad, who's 600 years after. He gave his own position of Jesus, and they believed off of that. They believe the
Okay,
Lord Jesus.
so you believe that like, um, okay, what? So okay,
But
how's that?
so,
Okay,
so that's different though. Islam's different because
okay.
they like because like with Islam it's 600 years after, and people have been like not many people. So we know all the people in the year zero or whatever in Jesus' time all died. So there was like no one to back up its
I
existence
don't even
except
believe in
for Christian.
morality. No, I don't even believe in like Christianity, bro. How is that relevant? Okay, I don't see how that
Okay,
justifies the Christianity as a whole. You're just saying that Jesus existed, therefore like Jesus is like God. Okay, I don't see how that follows, bro.
okay, so Jesus. Okay, let me explain it. So Jesus was born. Jesus did things. The disciples took note of it. Jesus
Yeah, Tip
died.
noted after like 20
But
years.
was
Okay,
buried.
what if Jesus was lying? Maybe he was in no delusion. Maybe he has like schizophrenia and he thought that like he was God, yo.
Yeah, but then there's cases where disciples killed themselves and they've seen the events. There
Yeah, I don't
different
think
other
that matters. Okay, I can maybe be like in a
uh,
cult, okay, where like people
no,
just care about like their leader so much to
but
the point that they just kill themselves.
thousands of people that met Jesus all became Christian. There was Saul.
That doesn't
Who,
matter.
there was Saul that was revived by Jesus, and he was
That just
trying
proves
to.
that like it actually happened.
So what?
Yeah, it
We
proves
have
that it actually
proof.
happened. You have
You just
historical, and even, you don't even have historical accounts. You have like fucking Bible accounts, okay, which are like fucking could be
yeah, this is
made up from
historical as
somewhere.
well. This is historical because everyone took notes of it, took notes of these things. Everyone took notes, and then it passed on to generation or whatever. Then yeah.
Yeah, they're just people that have survived, yeah.
What do you mean?
We're going on the point where like I'm just asking you. Maybe the church just like faked everything. Maybe like they just wrote everything. We didn't like wrote everything. Wrote Christianity as a whole. Maybe like they wrote Jesus as a whole. Maybe I don't know. We will never know, right? Like and plus like
So
that's
you believe they're incorrect? So you believe they're incorrect? I guess you should tell me why you believe they would have that motive. Why would you believe that?
what did you say?
Oh, why do you leave, bro? He needed to record it, bro.
I'm
All right.
recording it already.
So, oh, good.
Yo,
So,
41 minutes for like of like gibberish. Wow. W. Anyways, are you gonna give me anything relevant, or are you just gonna like return to the fact that like Christianity is true? So like you're gonna presuppose everything, and
so
just gonna say that
I
God
gave
gives.
you, I gave. Okay, so
Yeah, it's not
you're
true. So
basically
yeah, I don't
saying
really
that
care. Anyways, we just finished the
you're
debate.
basically
I'm just gonna
saying that
stop recording.
you're